And welcome to my second part of my playthrough of the Shogun 2 data campaign. In the first episode we introduced the game and we built a lot of economical buildings. In the second one we will now start to pump out some units and focus on actually attacking our first opponent. Alright, let's continue with this plan. I think this trade ship, let's just try to get up here and try to get these incense. We got a trading here for cotton, but we also need some of these other things up here. It is still winter, so attacking now doesn't make any kind of real sense. But as we have now a good stable income, we can start pumping out and recruit units. Militia units usually are just to suppressing, mostly to suppress revolts. They're not really that good. Ashigaru units are equally bad usually, but they have at least a little bit more armor and morale. So let's see what we're gonna build or recruit here. I think the bow units we still will wait because we have our hunter stand yet to complete finishing. But I guess we can start recruiting those. Let's see, what is the difference here between Naginata and Diari? The Naginata have a little bit more upkeep cost, and cost a little bit more to recruit. Also it takes more time to recruit. But charge bonus, melee defense. Those actually are way better at defending, having melee defense. And the bonus against cavalry is also way better on those, so I guess I stick to those for the pike units for now. I will also recruit some of those katana ones, because I believe katana ones are better in a melee fight against other katana units, or are they actually? I mean, their melee attack is a little bit better, so in the end I probably will recruit any of those, because any type of units has a certain amount of limit, which is probably achieved rather quickly in this game. Okay, let's first recruit those, then some of those, and of the others. I can also think about what kind of units I will also take into the battle. I will take my daimyo so he gets a lot of experience, but also I will use some kind of... Maybe I will take the brother and the general as well. And all of these units seem to be suitable for the battles. I will let them chill out here and... Oh. Yeah, in the beginning this game is rather difficult because every village is really mad whenever you do something. When you remove units there, so... Probably I put some militias into it. So it's fine again. Alright, so over the next few rounds our income will go down steadily because of the new units and because of the upkeep they cost, so guess we won't have that much money to actually build some new stuff. Also we are waiting for Artisan's Guild to be completed to continue building here, and yeah, that's about it for now.
Yariashigaru provide excellent defense against...
Okay, I don't really care. Wait, we are data, so this doesn't matter as well. Alright, recruitment info, recruited 4 of those. As you can see now as well, these bow units have this kind of dot here, which indicates that they have better stats at sniping. This is something to consider later on, but 4400 now to have a bit more accuracy on the units, I don't really think it's gonna be worth it. Let's also assess how many ranged units we already have. We have like 2 Teppo Ashigarus and Teppo Retainer, which are riflemen. And we already have 2 bowmans stacking there already. So we have 4 units that already are based long range. So how many more we should get? 4, maybe up to 7 units. But that's probably the most we should ever get. Also, we should consider how many units we build. Maybe we even build up to 2 full stacks, whereas one is led by our brother and one is by our daimyo. In this game also, as far as I understood it, only the leader of the whole unit or the whole army will get experience, so those generals don't get experience from being under this one. They will, however, get their own experience if we have 2 stacks and they both stacks fight and get experience. Alright, 5 more rounds on this one. Down here nothing really changes because we anyway just start recruiting units. Maybe our ship can travel further. Yep, our ship can travel further. Yeah, let's go for this incense here. I'm actually not sure which of these trade ports is more valuable right now, but at least this one, the upkeep is 47 and we get 48 in value of it, so it's a net plus of 1. This cotton for now is not as providing as one could hope, but maybe we should send this ship also up here to retain silk or something. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna try that one. Let's go for the silk here. Also, as you can see here, in the normal Shogun, you could just randomly produce as many ships as you want, but in this one you really need to upgrade your harbor, because only then you get additional capacity for certain kind of ship types, similar to the units on the land. Yeah, and if you don't pay attention to that, yeah, you're soon locked out of building new units, actually. Alright, anything interesting anymore? Not really. The development takes 3 more turns, and yeah. Guess we are just pumping out now these Ashigaru units and then attack the castle up here. Let's see if they are still in peace with everyone else. Yeah, they are in peace, and they just have a ally that I don't even know where it is. Must be somewhere far away, so I don't really care about them. Alright, so what is happening? Again, someone wants to marry me. I think Date Harumune is actually my daimyo, so yeah, makes sense to give him a nice wife, especially one that has less chances of being assassinated. Yeah, why not? Also, spring is coming by, and yeah, which means more replenishment and more wealth generated, which is, yeah, a nice thing. Alright, let's see. We're actually locked out of recruiting new units because the other units take several turns to construct. Yeah. This also takes a lot more. And here we said we wait for the craft goods to recruit this. Also, it's important to consider what kind of village you will develop out of this, because there's like the town, which provides more income and is like like a real town center. You can make a large village, which is basically considered to give you more farming stuff and in that regard, and a samurai village, which offers you the chance to recruit more samurais. Maybe I even save up enough. Yeah. Maybe I even save up enough money to build like a large village of farmers in the next round. But right now the focus should be on recruiting new units, so if we can't do this, then the other one is also disregarded. Right. Can't recruit new units here, and the militias recruited here are not that really good, so we just skip on them. And skip a turn. Yeah, the samurais are way more powerful than these Ashigaru units. And these militia units, they are usually considered just being the town folks and defending their home. They have like 200 guys per unit, but they are still worse than these these samurai units. But for building proper samurai units, you have to have certain techs, and that's taking... Okay, Uesugi's attack, I don't care. To recruit these kind of units, you really need to have certain kind of techs which are further down the line, and it's gonna be really expensive. I think most of my guys are now married, actually. Yeah. My daimyo is married, my son is married, and my brother still has no one. Sad. But this guy also has one. And I already got a kid. Alright. How are we faring? We have now... Let's see how far I can push this before declaring war. Can I actually... No. It's considered an act of war if I go there. Okay. Okay, the ranged units still take a turn to be recruited. As you can see here, I can already no longer recruit this kind of unit type because I got the maximum amount of them. It's a bit confusing in this mod because you actually don't really understand why it happens. It just says you can't recruit it anymore, but yeah. Guess we start recruiting other kinds of units. Oh, maybe not this. Let's check out how much does it cost to actually develop this 1920, 3920. So maybe I can recruit something else. Yeah, this one is a little bit less expensive, so we can chunk that in. It's always also, you have to pay attention to how many recruiting slots you have. Here you have only 2, so only you can recruit 2 units at a time. And the next ones are just in queue for the further turns. Here, because of this camp, I have additional ones. Alright. This has been this, and now I'm trying to find this port here. Here it is. Let's see. Yeah, silk is actually pretty valuable. 60 silk, that's a nice number. Alright, so we have a good trade. We're starting to develop this stuff, and we still have a good income of almost 1900. So I think we are on a good pathway. Now we just start or continue recruiting stuff until we are locked out, and then yeah, take our first enemy. Usually I don't attack the opponent's castles. I just siege them and wait until they are attacking me, because attacking castles, yeah, costs a lot of units. Let's also see, maybe we get some new trade routes, but usually new trade routes, as we are kind of locked by our allies here, are only sea routes, and to get new of those I have to build a bigger port, which is pretty expensive. So for now, just continue the waiting game. Observing some moves of them. I just activated it to see some kind of them, to see what's going on the map.
Ideal for whittling down the enemy before battling.
What do you mean by having a benefit? I mean, if I... The benefit of winning a battle, of course, is like taking their castles usually, so yeah, you should try to win the battles. Alright, let's recruit more of those. Let's also see how low our income will become once we recruited all those guys. I think anything up to 1200 or 1300 should be fine. Also right now I don't build any kind of ships that are not trading ships, because, well, you don't really need them at this point. I could use them to, after attacking these guys up here, to blockade their port, but it's really not worth it, in my opinion. Alright. You should try to win more than you lose, but I expect me to win most of the battles in this, especially in the beginning. Yes, I have this armor upgrade or armor advantage, so we should be good in this regard. Alright, let's look. Yeah, we have like 7 ranged units in this, but maybe I should also get a more ranged unit, because we probably have more than one stack, so to have them on both sides. Also, they take 3 turns to recruit, so maybe it makes more sense to recruit them now. One more round until the Artisan Guild is ready, and until I can build my good stuff, so it's also something good. After that I probably consider going for the basic logistics or looking what the trade hub here will be. Traditional building, which is this. Maybe this makes more sense than to build an urban city here. This also provides us giving us more recruitment chances for units. And yeah, as you can see, a lot of income from commerce and a lot of growth per turn. Which is also quite important because in the beginning, with your standard tax level, you have a decrease in growth. Yeah, which is not really nice, but with new technologies and new buildings in the town, you should counter that. Alright, recruiting continues. Also, we bank up some money now, which is good because we have like still units in the queue. And yeah, let's... here we also build our large farm, which should give us a new construction block as well. Which probably will be a new trader then to have a maximum amount of money production in these provinces. I don't want your trade agreement. At this point I probably know, oh shit, no trade. Why? Maybe war? But I'm fairly certain they have a weak army, except for these retainer units that everyone has. And I'm sure we should be able to defeat them rather easily. Alright, we managed to recruit this, so we can now go for this goods craftsman. And also should be able to recruit some new units. Oh. So you can see here, now we are locked out of these as well, and also of the Ashigaru units. And here it's because we don't have more... money to build the last one. Let's count how many units we already have in these two armies. I will also send one of these generals to the other army then to have both in both one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 10, 12, 13, 14. And 3 more, so we are nearing having at least 1.5 stacks. Should be good enough for the first battles. Alright, here our village will soon be done, so maybe it unlocks us, providing us with more recruitment units. And also, as I said, a new building place. Also, I hope that the 5 chests of good that this building provides gives us the possibility to build the sake rice farm with this high quality sake, which I think is a good trading thing in this mod. And yeah, I hope this provides it. Also, probably once I have hit the limit for these Ashigaru units, I will stop recruiting new units and will just go from there with these units that I have. And then go more economic mode. Alright, I said I want to go for this. Maybe after I went for this and... or maybe it actually makes more sense to spend one to actually go for this. You have more diplomatic stuff, you have less unrest in your provinces, which also is quite important. And you have improved rate for the mastering of all of this stuff. So this and then going for the traditional buildings. Alright. Our ships are just in the trading port and we will leave them probably for the game. For the rest of the game there, unless someone attacks them. But as long as you don't have enemies, no one attacks them really. Also, as we saw more of the map by now, it also takes longer for the turns to end. Alright, we finished this one, so we said we want traditional buildings next. And yeah. Let's see how recruitment goes. Alright, after this one we have no more possibility to recruit these Ashigarus. We have like the limit of all of them. We could go for more militias, but they're even weaker than the other ones, so I will just try to win with all of the Ashikaru units. Down here we finished this building, so we have a new building slot. I actually didn't know it cost money there. Okay. Learned something new. And after this we see if actually the goods is what is needed for the rice sake farm. Bringing up some money again, and yeah. Here you would need this, which we don't need now. Alright. Okay, it's autumn already, so in 3 turns there's winter, so maybe we actually need to start our campaign now rather than it's too... or not now, but in 1 turn, because we moved a lot of units now. Yeah, I mean this one doesn't really matter. But I think we should start it next turn, so it actually is still autumn while we attack. Alright. We built this craft guy, and let's see if actually this enables us to build this rice sake farm, but also enables us to have like different kind of stuff here. I'm actually not sure what is the best to go for now. Here we got this one. Don't really need this monk or this believer stuff here, I think, because we already are this kind of thing. Question is if we do... I want these to be economical hubs, so one of these buildings should do it. I could do another barter exchange here, or a small entertainment house. The barter exchange is usually way better in this. And yeah. And here probably a market already. I mean, we could wait for the rice sake farm, but... maybe it's better to build a market right now, right away. And then also wait for it to become an urban town rather than doing something else in 2 turns. Anyway, we won't have enough money for the sake farm in near future. So let's assess our units. We have a good stack of units here and a good stack of units there. And in the next round we just siege here and try to win our first castle. question is also they have two provinces, so probably not all of their units are situated in one castle, but once I siege it, all the others will float in and attack us as well, so maybe we have a big battle upon us very soon. The first one of a lot. Alright, question is what gives us more? Our provinces are actually happy. But growth could be better than food. I mean, going for the happiness also allows us to use more units that would rather be tied to the defending of our provinces. But it's only this one is only 2 seasons and this one is 4 seasons, so I probably go for stockpile. Alright. Here we maybe even have to build another... What? Here we have to recruit another unit of militias because our people will be mad after we build this new building here. Let's go for the cheapest one. Alright, and as I said, now it's time for war. We are going to war with the Mogami. They also have an enemies now, which is... Oh, in the north, which is pretty good because most of their units will probably be towards that war already.
I would prefer to feed you to crops.
Also, I wouldn't call all the allies into war because any allies that refuses it will not be our allies anymore, so I just want them to be around so others don't attack us because they see so many allies. I think we can handle them on our own. Especially, I'm actually not even sure where this other ally of them is. Let's see. Ah, it's not even shown. I didn't even discover them yet, so who knows. We do this. I want the brother to lead the other army, so I pulled him out. First of all, I'm gonna fill this army. Use one of you. Use you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it makes sense to use one more ranged unit as well. And those two. Alright. So what happens if I stack them here? Brother actually leads it. Okay, that's how I wanted it to be. So now it's time to siege. Yeah, the first city. As you can see as well, they have like a special building here that you can actually attack or damage, but I just want to conquer it. I don't want to destroy their buildings. Alright. Turns out all of their generals and all of their units are still in this castle, despite them being attacked. I don't know why. But I will just continue the siege and reinforce the units here. Up here there's also nothing to build upon. Okay. Seems like I also have to save up 2 more rounds for me to being able to build this urban center here. After I did this though, the next building here should be something that provides happiness, so they're not as much mad as they are now. And after that, probably saving up for the sake farm. Down here the happiness is still good because of the general and those units, so I think I can also make this traitor still. Alright. Let's end the turn. Probably they will attack our army, and this is probably gonna be our first... Holy shit, there's even another army? The first army has no general, so their morale will be really low probably and easily defeated. Also they took some damage already. Gonna save. Depending on how many units we defeat right now, we don't even have to... We may even win the castle right away if we defeat them all, but I'm not sure about it. Alright, our reinforce... What? Why? Our reinforcement units are coming here, but as the castle is here, their reinforcement units should be also coming down here somewhere. Generally though, I think I'm gonna go as far as possible in the back for several reasons. If they are running away and if we manage to make them flee, we actually have more space where we can chase them down, and also it takes them a lot more stamina to move towards us. The more stamina they lose, well, the less exhausted they will be already. Alright. Question is how to place the units. I guess all the Ashigaru units, or wait, those are good against cavalry. The enemies have 5 generals, and usually they tend to suicide them into the battle. So I will use those to defend against them when they are coming from the flanks. Also my Yari retrainers of those. I'll hold those back a bit to see where they should be where they should fit best. Generals like this. And probably they should be in the front first of all, but whatever. I will place those in the front though. This lovely rifleman gonna cause some heavy damage before the enemies even are close. I think our katana retainers also keep in the background for the beginning to see where their generals or their cavalry is coming from and to respond to that. Okay, their support units are coming from the back, so we only have to face them frontal, which is also good. My allied units I will place, yeah, maybe on the side of my other army. And my generals I will place in the back. Those maybe here, and the Ashigaru units towards the left. The Yaris. And the bows in the back. And then let's do a fast forward. I guess the first mistake of those enemies is to charge their whole army before the support troops are actually in place. And also, as you can see here, they already are a little bit exhausted. Okay. Time to fire. Hello? Oh my god, all of their generals coming from the left side, so maybe I should already consider moving those and the elite Yaoris towards the left front. Also those. This is what really amazes me. Hey Moose! Going good. Soon conquering the first place. Okay. Guess we should start charging them so they don't attack our rifle boys. Not sure if I should go with the katanas in, but let's do it. I think I should regroup those and... Oh, those are not supposed to fight here. Okay, maybe those are anyway too slow, so I will just put them here. Okay, let's assess it. How many of those cover? There are 5, so maybe I send those for them. Those for them. Those for them. Also those for them. I don't want to send in my generals because they probably die, as it always happens. But having these Yari Ashigarus, which are really good against cavalry, should be some good. Doing some good. As you can also see here on the right flank, there's already a lot of crumbling. They lost a lot of morale already. And as they don't have a general, probably.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Our general is in danger. There is in danger. The issue though is I can't really chase down all of these units that are now retreating here because there's a new army coming. But I should really focus on trying to kill as many of their generals as possible. But anyway, I think I can send my generals to kill as many of them as possible. And then my main army should be like retreating back to build a new defensive force against those. Okay, let's see how our Yaris are faring against those generals. Yeah, seems like they're piking up a good amount of enemies. Okay. They should all building this. Here we are chasing down more of those rerouting units. Here as well. And let's see how they're doing. Oh shit. There's a general coming for one of our generals, but his unit is rather small.
My lord, their general has fallen. A
The
cutting
generals is
blow.
dead. Nice. Seems like a glorious victory. Soon follow. Okay. Good. Most of their forces are... Yeah, I mean, most of their generals are gone, so the easiest way is just to push them now.
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
They're not fatigued. Whatever you want to think. Now the most important thing is to try and chase down most of these units. So there's no one left to tell the tale. And as you can see, some of... What? Oh, it's the retainer units. The retainer units, that's why they are fighting really hard. Some of them are... Maybe I have to call back some of my generals actually to help with the battle. Okay, not good. But I mean, even if I lose some of my units, which I sure don't, the whole unit won't collapse. I will still win the fight, and with that, most likely take their castle as well.
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
Oh shit. Run.
The withdraw button causes a unit
Yeah,
or ship to leave
I
the
will
battle
tell them to
by
withdraw.
traveling toward the edge of the field by the shortest route. It can be called back at any stage before it leaves by issuing a move or attack order.
Okay, as you can see, after my generals came back, they just lost morale and won it. I won't end the fight though, because yeah, I just want to chase down as much of them as possible.
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
Fast forward for now. Doesn't really have to be anything specific. Just telling to slay down these poor souls. I mean, especially the retainer units have to die because they are still strong units. Also, I do this because this gives a lot of experience to the generals. Most of them already leveled up once, or did already. As you can see, some of them killed 500 people already. Oh, you can't see because it's... Ah, it's in the chat. Pretty decisive victory. Guess we should take our first castle now. Or maybe some units are still left and we have to like at least attack it. Alright. Battle. It says a costly victory, but I think it was way more costly to the enemy. Let's see. Let's see how many survived. Okay. Of course, the most important thing here is that none of our units actually died, so they can replenish over several turns. And it says Pyrrhic victory, but actually they lost like 5,000 and we lost 2,000. They still have 1,000 people remaining, but most of their generals died and the units that survived, yeah. What? There's another army? Holy shit. Okay, good. Yes, this battle will be a bit more difficult, but I hope that the morale of those units also crumble. Half of them is militias, and half of them are ranged units, so we should overcome them as well. Especially with our retainer units. Important though that we leave like these units very far in the back, that they don't get killed in the process. I guess we have to rely on our katana units to win this one. I'm gonna save. They also have one daimyo, and after he died, probably their morale should be crumbling really fast. But I didn't expect that, especially with the war they have on the northern frontier. But the plan should be the same, staying as far in the back as possible, so they have to run there, being exhausted and then easily getting slaughtered. Usually once one or two units of these militias lose their morale, the other ones also follow, and yeah, they're not gonna have a happy time. I will place my units more to the left here, so my reinforcements will be faster as well. First of all, I'm gonna sort out those that are really weak. Those ones I think I should, yeah, just send in the background. Alright. Here maybe I will also try to get my cavalry to charge some of their units on the side. maybe also our reinforcements are bigger stacks still, so they should be also a bit more in the front. I mean, half of their units are ranged units, so we should be able to utilize our generals to charge them from the sides. Maybe I will even send this general as well here. Have to pay attention though. Pay attention that none of our generals meet some Yari enemies. Their reinforcements is rather small. It's just what survived the battle actually. I think the AI probably wants to utilize their ranged advantage because they have a lot of ranged units, so they probably soon will just stay there and start shooting. The good thing about the riflemen is they have a longer range than the bowmen, so they usually start firing first. Also, probably I try to snipe this general. It's only 8 units, and then their morale will probably crumble as well. Okay. Most of their Yumis are in the front, but probably soon they will be. The other units will attack as well. So I will just position my cavalry behind them already and then go from there. I think I sent in my katana boys as well rather quickly to break some of them. Oh, send in one alone. Yeah, this battle I hope to win just by breaking their morale rather quickly and then seeing most of them running away. Half of them is only militia, so they should be running for their mummies really soon. They have a lot of units, but it's about the quality of the units. Maybe I should charge this guy also in here. Yeah, as you can see in the middle, they are already crumbling.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Oh shit, no, General! No! Oh no. Yeah. This is the danger here, like, sometimes you just forget about your general and then they
My
just
lord,
snipe
a
him.
glorious victory will soon be yours.
Ah. Victory, as you can see. Morale of those units were so low, they just gave up. But as in the battles before, I really tried to get as many of them as possible. So no more running back to mummies. Also note their reinforcements actually they they retreated before they even have been in the fight. And from time to time looking which of the cavalry units are not charging so they can be assigned for new tasks.
The men are fatigued, my lord, and some
Nobody
must
cares
rest.
if someone is fatigued. Actually, in this modification, I find archers to be really weak. They are
The
good
men are
when
fatigued,
you
my
have
lord.
them